Just when they thought Tom Cruise did a lot of work in Mission Impossible 1, so they put him on vacation mode in the second installment. Do romance, sleep with a girl, wear cool sunglasses, chase her with a car. That's a regular thing in the James Bond life. Sorry, I mean the Ethan Hunt, or maybe not. Come on, let me blurt it out. Ethan Hunt is not your cool playboy for sleeping with girls and sipping margaritas. He's a man on a mission. He's a man of efficiency. He's a man of everything but a James Bond wandering around in the Mission Impossible franchise. Introducing Mission Impossible: A Rom Spy Gone Rogue. After 4 long years comes a sequel that's a bag of mixed thoughts and emotions. Tom Cruise is being Tom Cruise, defying death with his jaw-dropping stunts and action scenes, and the rest of the movie gets lost in the never-ending slow-mo scenes that'll keep you wondering if you're stuck with a John Woo in the time warp, or if the movie itself is taking a coffee break sequence after sequence. So strap in as our beloved Ethan Hunt goes on a wild goose chase to retrieve a lethal virus that could potentially wipe out humanity. And Ethan Hunt must stop these evil forces before they turn the world into a giant game of rock, paper, scissors, apocalypse edition, boy! Ethan Hunt goes above and beyond to prevent that deadly virus from spreading out. He engages in a heart-pounding motorcycle chase, knocks off some bad guys, disarms the bomb, and he does everything to give this installment a wow factor. But then comes John Woo. East meets West disaster, who gives everything to give this movie a taste of Woo with a lot of slow-mos, cheesy close-ups, dual-wielding guns, and birds emerging dramatically from flames. It's like he turned the cheese dial up to 11 and never looked back. Not only does he partake in making MI2 a world-class disaster, but the writers also add an extra layer of nonsensical word salad tossed with a generous helping of cliched one-liners and cringeworthy attempts at pouring some fun into the movie. A notable part is the great opening scene of the movie, where a biochemical expert gets in touch with IMF with information about a virus that he created, and his employees are seeking a way to get their hands on it and sell it for a great profit. But this saintly biochemical expert only wants to talk to Ethan Hunt. He gets on a plane. Things went good until they turned bad. I mean, it wouldn't be a Mission Impossible movie without any false sense of security. So, lo and behold, some nefarious guys knock out all the people on the plane, and shockingly, Ethan Hunt turns out not to be Ethan but a rogue agent and steals the virus. But there's still one job left to do. Kill them all! And they wasted no time in doing so. They left a plane crash into a mountain, killing everyone on board. But why? Why not? Who needs subtle and strategic planning when you can create a massive catastrophe and conveniently eliminate the potential witness? Now, this is a plot that adds nothing to the story as a whole but a sadistic, cold move of taking the lives of many innocent people like a marshmallow massacre. In all honesty, the moment I saw Tom Cruise performing an engaging yet pointless rock climbing stunt, I knew this movie was far from Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible franchise is all about presenting A-class, soul-thrilling action, but with MI2, the Paramount went too far by focusing on action more than international espionage. It's like when you order a gourmet steak and get a side of high-speed car chases with a sprinkle of "oops, we forgot the secret agent plot seasoning." I know John Woo got a thing for action and style, and he went with full force on this movie, but he robbed the Mission Impossible franchise of its heart. Just compare this movie with the others in the franchise, and you'll feel like you're entering into an alternate, slow-paced realm of highly stylized extravaganza. Oh, John Woo, you sure knew how to make the improbable look fabulous. I mean, why not? He fully relied on the gimmicky and dated techniques that you can see throughout the movie, with Tom Cruise's actions like firing 2 guns in a slow-mo, sliding along the floors, and of course, a lone dove emerging from the flames. Woo just cranked the cheese factor up to the max. In one of the scenes where Ethan finally gets into the biosite to destroy the remains of this virus, he takes ages to get the job done. Imagine an efficient and on-the-run guy like Ethan Hunt infiltrating a biosite like a trip to the museum. R.I.P. MI2. And there were gunshots everywhere. You can see a lot of bullets being fired, and with every bullet comes a slow-mo. Yeah, this one, and this one. Hey, speed it up, man! And there comes a lost lady, Naya. At this point, the actions are indeed pretty darn good, and the emotional touch she gives to the story after injecting herself with the virus. Next on Mission Impossible Hospital, will Ethan be there to cure her? Stay tuned! Another awkwardly bizarre idea from the movie is the romance between Hunt and Naya. Classic absurdity! But who cares? When you have a name as big as Mission Impossible behind your back, do whatever you want with the movie, even if turning it into a Mission Impossible rom-com edition. So, Naya goes undercover to infiltrate Hunt's team, but they fall in love and their romance blossoms. Oh, the drama! But that love story doesn't stop there. Just when the love triangle trope couldn't get any more cliche, she disappears from Hunt's life. But then, in the distant future, she lures Ambrose and he falls in love with her. Originality X-rated. Just when that happened, we had a full-blown love triangle. Boom! There you have a perfect cliched showdown. Mission Impossible franchise is more about teamwork rather than a James Bond movie of one man saving the world from everything, which Woo did with Ethan Hunt. He made Ethan an invincible action hero who only happens to knock, kill, and do whatever the hell he wants and still doesn't get a scratch, leaving the team wondering, why are we even here? Although Mission Impossible 2 does bring back Luther Stickle, the introduction of an Australian operative Billy Braid was somehow both dull and flat. No offense, but this movie is becoming a concoction of good and bad recipes, then you can't tell what tastes good and what doesn't. In the movie, our beloved Hunt is in control, as the audience wants to see him, but the balance between Luther, Ethan, and Billy is badly skewed. He clearly needs his team to cover his back. He wants a man to fly a helicopter, he needs a tech wizard and a field agent, and of course an informant. But Woo said, forget about teamwork, let's just toss in an Australian operative as bland as Vegemite on white bread and call it diversity. All in all, looking at the big finale, there's indeed some good action happening in Mission Impossible 2, but that still doesn't justify the fact that we can't call this a real Mission Impossible movie, can we? I'll leave that to you now. I'm KJ, see y'all next time.